All right, here we go. Hey everyone, good night and welcome. Here we are. It's 6:03 here in completely black. Normally I say sunny San Diego, but there's no sun outside. And this is what I look like when I get out of the shower and I have no makeup on and no blow dryer because all my luggage is lost somewhere. And inside of it is my makeup and my blow dryer. But we do have a toothbrush. And so we're all good. So thank you so much, everyone, for jumping on. I'm excited that you're here. I want to give a little bit of story about what this is all about. For those of you that this is you don't know why you're here, you've been invited and you're a guest. A little bit of backstory. My husband, Jim, and I come from the salon industry, and that's what we did for 19 years. We had 49 employees, 5 locations. We did it all right. We built to the top. We were debt-free, doing millions of dollars a year in revenue. There's even an award right there for the top 200 fastest salons and fastest growing salons in the country because we had it all going on and did it right. And then this thing called the crash of '08 came. And like a lot of people, it rocked our world, like a lot of worlds are getting rocked today. And we thought we did it all right because we invested in stocks and real estate. And back then, that's when the stock market and the real estate market got annihilated. And we, like a lot of people, went bankrupt. Lost it all because we didn't ever think that the world would get rocked in our industry. And so back then, a local businessman had been driving us crazy to take a look at a business opportunity. You've all heard that. And I was anti-skeptic. We both were. We didn't want to hear anything about it. But the guy was relentless. He turned out to be our angel in disguise for 4 months. So on March 26th of 2008, I was going through what a lot of people today are going through. Crying themselves to sleep. I get chills. My hair stands up every time I go back to that time. Crying myself to sleep every night, praying for God to show me a way to just save our home and not have to lay off any more employees and to make it through the crash that we were going through. Didn't know what we were going to do. And so this guy happened to come in on March 26th of 2008 on the same day that the banking industry crashed. And we got the phone call from the bank that they weren't going to cover our payroll. We were $20,000 overdrawn in our $55,000 every 2-week payroll. I mean, we were big business, not huge, but big. And I didn't know what we were going to do. And a little voice inside of me said, why won't you listen? I went and gave that guy 30 minutes. That decision went on to change our life forever. I got started. I wrote a check that we didn't have the money for $720 back then, figured out a way to cover it, and went on to climb our way out of our financial hole and reinvent our life, buy our life back, set our family free. So that's your fairy tale network marketing story is what happened to us. And we became completely in love with this industry. Like, this industry is our life. We've gone from that company to another company to another company. I'm going to die in this industry. It's what I love. And so I am today, now 12 years later, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I believe strongly in multiple streams of income because I crashed and burned by having all my eggs in one industry. When the hair salon industry got rocked, I got rocked. Then I got started in another company and I had all my eggs in one business there. I got rocked and I crashed again. So we're really good at rebuilding and crashing because it's all the same. You have to build a network of people. That network of people is what money and relationships and referrals and opportunity flow through. And so I've been stable doing what I do for many years. My husband, on the other hand, has a really good job. You guys know what I'm talking about. They're those jobs that pay you well and you work all the time and you can't make any more money at them. He's got one of those for a really great company. And it was a great job until this COVID thing came. And then that job became a very stressful job. And like a lot of people out there, they're working very stressful jobs that they know they're not going to be able to get out of because there is no end to the road and there is no money to be made that can get you out of that position. And so for a long time, he's been knowing, I've got to do something to bring in more money. I got to do something. And that was for him, right? Me, I'm fine, but everybody's going to have their own purpose. And so he is a master at studying business. He's a logistics guy for the company that he works with. That's why I hired him to work for me in our businesses, because he's the numbers and logistics guy. So he studies network marketing companies. He's very shy and he's very introverted. So he doesn't have the mouth like I have. He's got the heart like I have, and he's got better brains than I do, but he can't yakety yak yak yak. And so he's like E.F. Hutton. When E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens. So he's going to talk in a minute, and y'all are going to be like listening to what he has to say, because I'm going to drive you crazy. Anyway, so for 2.5 years, he's been researching this company and the industry, studying it heavily. And so what I want him to do is I want him to talk about why he chose this company, because I think it'll make a big difference for a lot of people when they understand their decision. And not only why he chose this company, but why he chose the people that he chose to go join up with. Because see, he wasn't prospecting like most people are. He didn't have people coming to him and saying, we want to show you a business opportunity. He was out there researching business opportunities and was able to then go ahead and choose who he wanted to partner with, which is beautiful, you guys. So I want you to tell everybody what the process you went through in studying the industry and why you chose this company, and then why you chose who you chose with.
Well, after our last company closed, I looked around for something that I could actually do myself and that it wouldn't be you doing. Something that I could feel comfortable, that I thought I could talk to people about, because like you said, I'm not really big on trying to talk and promote a business to somebody. So I looked around for a couple of years, and after a while I found this company, and I found some leaders that were in this company that were doing really big things. But it took me a while. I sat on the sidelines for a couple of years, like you said, and just watched as people had incredible results building a business here and also using the product. One of the very few opportunities in the network marketing space where people can make money using the product instead of building a network. And so that definitely interested me, but still I sat on the sidelines because, I'm shy and slow to pull the trigger, kind of analyzed everything, inside and out. And finally, when COVID started, this company basically quadrupled since the beginning of the year till now, has grown by like 400%. And about 4 months ago, I was like, man, I just can no longer sit on the sidelines and watch this go on while I do nothing. My wife, Darla, she's got all her businesses and was completely engulfed in those businesses. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to learn how to use the product. It's trading, Forex trading, which we'll hear more about in just a minute. And, even if I don't talk to one person, I'm going to definitely do the trading part of this business and start making money. And that's why I decided to join. Then I had to decide who to join with. And I knew quite a few people in the company. They're all great people, but I had to figure out who to partner up with. Greg and Melanie Greenhow are somebody I've known for probably about 12 years. We were in a previous company together. We were both top earners in that company. And after we left that company, we kind of went separate ways, but we've always been connected. And I saw they were in this company. I saw they were moving fast. And I know that they are big into team building and creating systems and helping people. So they were the perfect people to partner with. And they have a great system in place that helps everyone get started. They have a great support system. So it was kind of like a no-brainer for me to get started with them. And so I started with them about 4 months ago, and the rest is history. I've been having some amazing results with the product trading. And now recently I've had some awesome results growing a team as well.
And so now what we want you guys to do is we want you to meet Melanie, and Melanie's going to go over the company presentation and an overview, and then she'll ask Jim some questions on how he's doing with his training, trading. I always have to get that word right, trading. And you guys, just so you know, I don't trade. I have zero desire to be a trader. He is all about learning how to trade. So you can be somebody who doesn't trade that does this, as well as somebody who trades to do this, okay? And so Melanie, if you would please take the stage and do your thing and let everybody see how awesome that you are.
Thanks, you guys. Well, you can imagine how pleased we were when Jim actually contacted and reached out to Greg, and that obviously there was a conversation and we went through a bunch of information, and you already heard Jim say he's super analytical. So what happened was he was able to look at, with his experience and his expertise with compensation plans, with companies and with products, he was actually able to take a very good measure or yardstick of what he had to offer. And so I knew when he came here, he wasn't going to be just trying it. He was actually going to do something with it. And so we're obviously super proud of them. They've already had a couple rank advancements and their team is moving very quickly and the product is really working. So I'm going to jump in, you guys. I'm going to take about 10 minutes to run through the information. By the end of it, you'll know for yourself whether this is something that's a fit, what I see happening right now. And I'll just ask the people on the line, how many of you think that right now with the current economic situation, that being able to make money from your phone from anywhere in the world is a good idea? If you think that's a good idea, drop a 1 in the chat, because I feel like as a society or as a global society, we've all woken up to the fact that there are major changes ahead. We've woken up to a new economy. It's not going back. So what does that mean for us and how do we adjust? Now, you already heard Jim say this is a very unique company because you actually make money with the product. So 87% of our customers are literally just that customer. So let me jump in and show you what that means to you and how it can affect your family. So Greg and I were looking for a company just like Jim, and we were looking for something that empowered people. We've been 12 years full-time working from home. We've had amazing experiences, traveled the world and spoken on stages and, built massive teams. And all of that's great. But at the end of the day, if it's not empowering people and it's not actually adding value to people's lives, we don't want to do it. And so what we found was a company that literally the story is education and empowering people. So I know that you guys have probably seen this, but I'm going to take a minute just to touch on it because I think it's more relevant today. There we go. Okay, so I think it's more relevant today than it's ever been. On the left-hand side of the quadrant, you have 95% of people controlling 5% of the money. Greg worked for somebody else. I owned my own business. That put us squarely on the wrong side of money, meaning all of the people fighting over 5%. On the other side, you have business owners and investors. Business owners own a system that makes them money while they sleep, with 500 people or more working towards a common financial goal. That's according to Forbes. 1% ever actually learn to invest. Now ask yourself the question, has anybody taken the time? I mean, most of you went to school, right? You went to kindergarten, you went all the way through grade school, you probably went to senior high school, you probably got some sort of secondary education, but did anywhere in there, did you get a thorough understanding of how to make your money grow? Well, on the right-hand side of the quadrant, 5% of people actually ever do that, meaning business owner or investor. They control 95% of the money. Now, why this is so powerful and why I never skip this slide, I'll never forget 13 years ago, sitting on the floor of my master bedroom, playing with my daughter, and I was reading a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. That's where this slide comes from. And when I read that I was on the wrong side of money, I actually got angry because I was doing everything I knew how to get ahead and build wealth for my family. I was struggling and I wasn't able to actually ever really get to where I wanted to go because I was literally on the wrong side of the quadrant. So I made a decision that day to start to learn how to move over to the right side of money. And it has been a process. And I agree with Darla, multiple streams of income are the only way to go. Like I think we have now 9 streams of income and our goal being 15. So if you guys are out there wondering, well, how do you do that? How do you build multiple streams? I'm going to show you tonight 3 different streams of income that you can add into your home on a part-time business basis outside of what you're currently doing. Of course, I Am Academy focuses on education and earning income. So we have trading education, we have e-commerce or online store education, and we also have the ability to earn affiliate commission. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But the Foreign Exchange Academy is where we started, right? So I'm going to start there with you guys. IM was founded on Foreign Exchange Academy, and I didn't know what foreign exchange was when I started a year ago, you guys. So let me just fill you in. Foreign exchange is actually a $5.3 trillion market. It's actually the largest market, financial market in the world. $5.3 trillion a day goes through the market. Every single day, people are trading and earning money on that movement of the money. But if I give you a comparison, the stock market is 39 billion. So more people understand or have talked about the stock market more, but the foreign exchange market is much more powerful. Here's why. The stock market, you have to buy low and sell high to make money. Foreign exchange market, we make money on the volatility, meaning if it's going up or down, we can earn on the transactions. So if you look around today, we're in a very volatile situation in the economy, and that's actually helping people earn in their trading. Now, it's a 24-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week market, and you can learn to exchange it without using your own money. What does that mean? You can actually take the education, which I'll show you here in a minute. You can then create a demo account, which Jim did, which everyone does when they start, and you learn to trade literally without risking your money in a practice account so you can get your mistakes out of the way quickly. There's a second academy that we have, which is digital currency. Now, I don't know where you're at with digital currency, but it's actually changing the way global forms of payment are made. You can buy a house, a car, you can do a lot of stuff with digital currency. And the banks, the big central banks, they're actually now creating their own coins and trying to, keep up with the shift because they know that cash is becoming obsolete. Ask yourself, how many stores have you gone into recently that don't even want to accept your cash? That is not by accident, right? So if there's a major shift happening in the monetary or in the money world, we want to be ahead of the trend. So I don't care if you actually trade digital currency. I do care that you understand it, because we can't get ahead of something we don't understand. Now, you can actually learn to trade it. It is very profitable, but it's also very volatile. So as you're learning, you're going to be working with education, but also live traders that know exactly what's going on in the markets. The third piece of this is e-commerce. Now, e-commerce is literally the fastest growing industry out there right now. People have woken up to the fact that they can make money with a store online. Ask yourself, has anybody bought anything online recently? Of course, we know everything's being ordered that way now. So what does that mean for you? You can actually set up an online store. It's much easier than you think. You can identify good product, create a store using Shopify, and start to identify your customers and sell product. The best part is there's no inventory, no experience. We've got you covered. So what happens, you take the academy, they teach you to identify products, you set up a store. When a customer orders, that product is shipped to the customer. You never touch it, but you do make the profit on that sale. That's called drop shipping. And of course, the academy teaches you all about that. They also have live educators that will walk you through it. So whether you're doing trading or you're doing e-commerce or you're doing both, there's a video academy that creates simplified learning, and it's teaching you to identify the trends and to make profit on those trends. So if you check this out, you guys, it doesn't matter which academy you start with, whether it's foreign exchange or digital currency, or Jim just recently, I think, started with high frequency. I'll get him to talk about that in a minute, or e-commerce. The point is there are video on demand, so you can go through your education at your own pace. Then we have live educators that actually walk you through. So in the Foreign Exchange Academy, there are educators dedicated to just this academy. Same with the high frequency, the digital currency, and the e-commerce. What does that mean? Well, when you're teaching someone to do something, you can show them on a video, or you could show them a video and then engage with them live, show them what you're doing. Imagine, here I am, no experience in foreign exchange. I didn't know what I was doing. I watched the 100 series to get a little bit of a grip on what was happening. I then logged on with a live educator. The live educator is trading their live account, showing me exactly why they're taking a trade. why it's profitable, or even more importantly, why they're not taking a trade. So it accelerated my learning and my results, which in turn accelerated my profitability because I wasn't guessing. Most people, when they get into trading, or they get into an e-commerce situation, they're trying to figure it out, piecing stuff together, don't know what they're missing, don't know what the next step is. Well, you guys, I Am Academy solved all of that. You've got your videos, you've got your live traders, and then we've got tools and software that actually help you accelerate your results. So there's over 150 actually now live educators. You get to learn from the best. The mentorship is there. There is 12 tools and strategies for the trading. There are 4 tools with the e-commerce. These things are designed to get you results faster with less effort. And I'm going to get Jim to actually jump in just for a second. Jim, do you mind just sharing with people? Because I know, well, maybe you can tell them, how much experience did you have prior to getting started? What was it like when you started to engage with the learning? And then what's happened for you since?
Yeah, I mean, I basically had no experience before I joined IM. And when you get started, when I got started, I went through Greg and Melanie's training steps that help point everyone that's new in the right direction. Got the trading app set up on my phone, got a demo account set up on my phone, and then I started to log into the academy and took some basic training videos through the academy. The videos are short, like 3, 5, most of them are all under 10 minutes long. And I went through all of them in a couple of weeks, like an hour at night. I traded TV time for videos and education. And after getting through all the videos, I started trading in a demo account. I started following live traders. And after following them for a few nights, then I started actually taking and copying the trades that they were doing. And I was having success in my demo account. And so after a few weeks of playing around in my demo account and following these live traders and having success, I transitioned to using my live account. And I've had just lots of successes in my live account. Right now, I'm actually in the middle of one of the biggest trades I'll ever close out in profit if it closes out the way it's looking. So I'm pretty excited, and it's been amazing.
To watch him do this for 4 months, we both started out speaking the same language. We didn't understand any of it. I'm still there because I haven't gone through the training. He literally did 1 hour at night for the first week. Then the second week, he did 2 hours at night. And then the third week, he's not a morning person. He's like, I'm going to try and see if I can wake up in the morning before work and do it before work. He woke up in the morning. And then by the third week, he was so infected with the joy of it and getting up. And and now because everything's done in small windows, so we'll be driving and he'll be like, oh, hold on, I got a ping, I'm going to place this trade, and he'll pull over, and in 5 minutes he places a trade and we're gone. And then like he catches that trade, and then we'll be walking at the beach and he's like, oh, I'm going to take this trade, and he takes this trade in 3 minutes, and then off we go. And it really is, now he understands. In the beginning, he didn't understand it, but now he speaks the language and he learned it, you guys. It really is something, if you apply and go through the videos, you can learn it and work with the live traders. You learn it. He learns it. He takes his own trades now, which is great.
I love it. And you know what else I love? I love that, as a new person, right? Like, I know, Jim, you can attest to this. I can attest to it. Greg can. Anyone who's learning something new, you're going to have wins and you're going to have losses, right? Like, there's risk with foreign exchange. So it's not all sunshines and roses. You might do 10 trades and have 6 wins. That's a win overall. But if you're new and you don't know that, how long will it take for you to give up on learning if you don't have somebody ahead of you that's leading the way? So, Darla's a coach, right? She's a business coach. She does a lot of coaching. Why does she do coaching? Because people want to know what she knows so they can avoid what she did and get the results that she's got faster. That's the point of having a coach and a mentor. And what I love about what I Am Academy has done is they've taken people with very, very large, successful trading accounts and had them become educators. And these people are passionate about trading. They're not here because they're getting a paycheck like the guy at McDonald's. They're here because they truly want for Jim to be able to make 7 figures on his phone, no matter how long it takes. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you don't know anything about foreign exchange or trading commodities, when you get an education here, it's something no one can take away from you. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. It doesn't matter what's happening anywhere, as a matter of fact. You can sit down and, like she just said, take trades in minutes. Greg did a swipe coin trade, so a digital currency trade. He got a bing to his phone, like she just said, which is one of our tools that I was talking about. He opened it up. He took it, $500 in about 4 minutes. Like, it's so powerful. There's no way. Now, it's obviously, you know, every trade is different. I'm not saying it's going to happen every time, but I'm telling you guys, when you can harness the power of the tools and strategies and the education of live traders, anything is possible. And now that we have e-commerce, it's just mind-blowing. My 21-year-old daughter has an e-commerce store. Do you guys understand that in the next 2 years, she'll never have to have a job, ever? Like, she just doesn't have to. She's 21 years old, and she's doing what she loves. So it's very, very cool to see. So you guys, basically everything's housed in the Hello Center. So you log in, it's all right there. You open up the trading, you go through the videos, there's little tests and quizzes. And what I love is you can go back and revisit. Like, there's some, like the lot size video, for example, I watched it, I think 6 times, right? And if I ever get stuck, I can go back and re-access that information. Now, the biggest question we get is, well, how do I get started? I want you guys to know that I was looking into trading before I am. This is how crazy this is. I think that when the student is ready, you know, the teacher appears. I had gone and taken a trading course for the stock market. It was 4 days. It cost me $4,000. When I left there, I could not trade on my own. And I really just felt like I drank out of a fire hose, but didn't really have any skill set when I left. So I was expecting this education to be extremely expensive. But what they've done is they've taken each academy and made it just $235. So for $235, you get enrolled in any one of the single academies that for trading, and it's $175 a month. If you choose to do all 3 of the trading academies in one, it's $90 more for $325, and then it's $275 a month. But they've given you the opportunity, if you refer 2 people, your product's free. So for example, if you enroll today and you refer 2 other paying customers, so long as those same 2 people are paying, your education is completely free. So I love that it gives the average person the ability to get in and get an extremely high level of education. I'm talking kindergarten all the way to university, get on with live traders, get the tools, get access to everything. And I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, the most important part is the community. We have over 4,000 people that have joined us in the last year. I'm going to say, you know, that's about to triple. Like, we're seeing it really pick up now, but the power of that community of people holding each other up and accountable and helping and answering questions, absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you choose to start with the e-commerce academy, it's $325 and $275 a month. Again, if you refer 2 people, it is free. So what I want you guys to know is that as you enroll as a customer. Customers get the 2 and free program. But there's one more aspect. At the beginning, I said there's an affiliate component. The affiliate component is probably what makes me the most excited. Obviously, we're on a mission to empower as many people as we can. When you guys start to see the way lives are changed here, you will not be able to keep it to yourself. We literally have 6 people who have done 7 figures, that's $1 million or more, in 11 months or less on our team. We've also had single moms that make an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $5,000 a month in their trading accounts. And when you start to see, you know, women, men, seniors, 19-year-olds, all being able to access the same education, follow the same traders and get the same results, I think our high frequency is like an 87% win rate right now. It just doesn't exist anywhere in the world. So it's very natural to start to share that. If you choose to build the affiliate side of this, it is the most powerful compensation plan I have ever seen. I consulted for companies for 2.5 years. Greg and I rewrote comp plans. We dealt with culture issues. I want you guys to watch this. If you choose to, you can pay an upgrade for $15. When you do that, you refer your 3rd person, you're paid $150. You have 3 customers or partners paying their subscription, you earn $150. When that 3 turns into 12, it's $600 a month. That's a lot of money for the average family. When that 12 turns into 30, so if you refer 30 people yourself or 12 people each refer 2, you're already at 30. It's $1,000 a month. That's where Jim is at already. Now, after that, 75 customers in your organization is $2,000 a month. 225 customers, $5,000 a month. I want to talk about this number right here, 500 customers. In the last 11 months, we've now had 12 people that have already ranked to Chairman 10 or higher. Okay, that means it's $10,000 a month residual, not bonuses, not upfront any, no games, just straight up, absolute solid residual on the back end. You guys understand what this means. Let's say, I don't know, you build to 500 people. Let's say it takes you a year or 2, or maybe you do it in a month. I don't care how fast you do it. But now you have $10,000 a month every single month hitting your bank account, whether you're going to work or not. You guys, this is the most powerful thing. I built a company. I built several companies, but I want, like, literally you'd have to have 2,000 people or 3,000 people to make 10 grand a month. 500 people. So we're looking for people that want to go Chairman 10. North America is wide open, actually. We already have business. I should tell you it's global. So we are taking it into Asia. We have 3 Malaysian Zooms tonight. One tonight, 2 in the morning for Malaysia. But you guys, Japan, China, what does this mean to you guys? Between North America is a melting pot for the entire world. So as you're referring people, because it's a global product, they can enroll from anywhere in the world. We have people in Fiji that are making $2,000 a month. The average monthly income in Fiji is $350. Imagine what's that like. I can't even get my head around what that's doing for families. So what we're looking for is people that want to both learn to trade, learn e-commerce, one or both of those things. But we're also looking for people like Darla. You heard her say it. She's more of a networking, talking kind of person. So she's not trading. She's literally just referring people to Jim, and Jim's out there growing an organization very quickly, I might add. So what this means for you guys is that if you choose to get started tonight, you're going to be literally positioned in their organization. If you just want to learn to trade or build, of course, e-commerce, of course, we'll get you plugged in and doing that. But if you decide to lock arms with us and share the mission of this company, which, by the way, is to impact 1 million people, the company has gone from 80,000 customers to 400 now, I think, in 50,000 customers in the last year since we started. So most powerful compensation plan I've ever seen. The products are out of this world amazing. I've got my 21-year-old daughter trading and doing e-commerce. I've got my 73-year-old mom trading, and then people out there building. But I think that we have a window of time here because we all know, like I said, what's going on in the economy. Stuff is shutting down again. It's a little bit crazy. So we really do have space here to go out and help people in a big time way. So Darla, I'll pass it back to you. I would love to just hear, maybe you tell everybody a little bit about what you found with the community, because I know you have a lot of experience. And I think it's important that people understand like what, once they get started, what's there for them. And then you can wrap it up any way you want. Muted.
Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that and everything that you do for all of us. You guys, we're living in times right now where people they've got to control their own economy. A job is not going to grow their economy. And that's what I love so much about this. I have all my multiple streams of incomes that I work and I build the networks in. And then here's Jim taking money and growing it. It really is. When you start your demo account with whatever, we'll say $1,000, and you can grow that $1,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 in, a week or 2 or whatever, however you choose to build it. Where else can you do that without ever having to tell anybody about it? There's not another company out there that I've been able to find that allows you to do that. You either usually have to go get a customer or you have to go sign somebody up. Jim doesn't have to get a customer and he doesn't have to sign anybody up. He's his customer. All you have to do is look at the man in the mirror and have a talk with yourself and say, okay, are you going to show up? Are you going to do the lessons? And are you going to learn how to do this new trade? Because he's got a trade skill now. Like, I'm a hairdresser. I can cut anybody's hair anytime. Nobody can tell me when I can cut hair or not. When he now knows how to trade. It doesn't matter if this company closes down or if whatever, he can trade. He's learned how to trade. That's the beautiful part about it. And no matter how much money he paid in a class or a course, he could have never learned it at the speed and rate that he learned it, because he's working every day with these coaches and mentors and these live traders and listening to what they say. And yes, he has had losses. He's had bad losses, but he's had a lot more better wins than he's had bad losses. So, because somebody put on there to talk about the challenges too. And you guys, when he started, he was like $5, $10. I won $10. I won $11. I lost $6. I lost $13. I mean, that's how he's moving in the beginning. Now he's into the hundreds and working into the thousands, but he started small. That's what's beautiful about it, is you can start small and control it and dip your toe into the trades and stuff like that until you start getting courage. And now I'm just like so excited to watch him. I'm all, show me your app, and I'll wake up in the morning and he'll send me a screenshot of what he made while he was sleeping or overnight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So that's the excitement of it, you guys. The next step from here is to really decide if you see yourself as being a customer, meaning that you're going to just be a trader. You want to just go to the academy and learn the skill of trading and get some courage and confidence before you go tell somebody about it, or you see the value of both. But either way, it fits for both people. And so then you get back with the person that invited you, and they're going to send you a link, or they'll get on a Zoom with you and walk you through how to do it, and choose which package fits you. Most of all of us on here got started with the Elite Pack because you want to see everything they have. You want all the tools. You want to be able to get access to everything. And then what we do is we set up a time with you to do an onboarding session, and we do a little bit of, where do you want to go from here? Do you want to get your product free? Jim's thing that he was going to do, Jim was in agreement. He said to me, he said, babe, I don't want to tell anyone about it. I just want to go to school and I want to learn how to trade. I'm willing to spend 1 year of paying the $3 something to start and $275 a month. He says, I'm willing to pay that for 1 year to see if I can learn how to trade. That was what he went into it with. And then what happened is you couldn't keep it a secret. I mean, by the first month, he had his stuff already paid for and he was rank advancing, all because you can't help but tell people about it. Because in today's time, it's very exciting when you can find a way to make money that doesn't require you to have something that you have to go sell to somebody. It's very exciting. So get back with the person that invited you. If you have any questions, let them know. We'll reach out. They can reach out to us. Melanie and Greg are so available. They have an incredible training system that you just plug people into. We don't have to do the training. They do it all for you. The steps are done. It's amazing. So I always tell people, take a leap of faith, because you'll never know if you don't try. And give yourself a set time. Tell yourself you're going to take 6 months and you're going to see if you can figure it out. Because what if it worked? What if you're sitting here in 4 months telling a room full of people about your story, like he's like the guy who said, I never want to tell anyone about it, you know?
I love it. And Darla, I know that there's a couple of people on here that have built large organizations, and the network marketing side is a bigger conversation. So I just invite you, if you want to have conversations about the compensation plan, a little bit more about that stuff, I would love to, because honestly, we've never seen this many people, period, making this much money anywhere, period. And it's because the products work, like really work. So I'm open for those conversations as well. So with that, you guys, be blessed. Have a phenomenal night. Get back with the person that got you here, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, Melanie. Have fun.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.